What's going on YouTube? Jumpman Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another vid. Today's gonna be another, well, I kind of had this idea when my mom was here earlier for my son's birthday, and I was showing a little bit of my collection, and I was kind of like, she was telling me about my past, like how I used to just sleep with my shoes when I was little, which I was like, I kind of really remember that, but I guess I just love shoes. And like certain things I was looking at, I was like, man, I've been having this shoe for a while, and I was like, you know what? I want to do a video of the most meaningful shoe that I have in my collection. Because sometimes shoes, guys, not every shoes do have value. It's worth money, so on and so forth. But some shoes are worth more than just money. There's a sentimental value to everything. Something could be meaningful to you in a certain way. Every shoe have a different story per person, and it could mean something, you know, meaningful for someone. And I just want to share that with you guys of what each shoe really means to me, and what I would be like, you know what, I just can't get rid of these, or what a story behind it to me for how I feel about it. And I just felt like this would be a really good video to do, to show, you know, sometimes shoes are just worth more than just like money and just leather and stuff. It's, you know, it's more sentimental value to some people. So anyways, let's get into this, guys. I want to talk about each shoe I have here. I picked up probably about like a couple here and there. I just want to share with you guys, and I'm gonna just tell you my backstory. I've been liking shoes for a minute now. I'm not gonna say I'm a big collector. Like, who's collect shoes back when we're little? I'm a little bit older OG. When I first started off wearing Jordans, when I was like in the fourth grade, I believe. That was like around 96, 95. So anyway, OGs out there, I guess you want to call me OG. I was kind of blessed that my parents were able to give me certain shoes. So, you know, I mean, I couldn't get like all this, but you know what I mean? Like, they were still able to give me new pairs of shoes. I mean, I think back when I was little, you only get one pair of shoe, and they gotta last you the entire year. So let's just get into this real quick. I'm gonna pull these out here because my very first Jordans, if you guys didn't know, were the Cherry 12s. My very first Jordans. I'm pulling out the taxis because I don't have the Cherry 12s. They haven't released in so long, and they haven't re-released, and I just haven't had the opportunity to get them because I keep thinking they're gonna re-release, and I'll just get those. And every one pair of Cherry 12s that I've seen has been beat up. So that's kind of sentimental value to me, because I remember when I was getting my first pair of Jordans, I remember my mom's gave me money for it because we were plans to go, me and my friends, we were gonna go to the mall. His parents took us after school to get the 12s. Jordan 12s, that's right. This is when it all started. These are my first pair of Jordans, Jordan 12s, back in 97, 96, I believe. I think it was 97. All right. Friends, their parents took them. My friend's brother, he got the black and reds. It was the flu games. My best friend at the time, he got these, the taxis, and then I want to be different. I was like, yo, let me get the red and white. And I was like, oh, that's the Chicago Bull colors anyways. And that's like the home color, the home team colors. Because, you know, back NBA, white was the home color. So Cherry 12s, those are pretty sentimental value to me, because that's what basically kind of started this whole thing. Now, I'm going to pull these out. These are the Bred 13s, and these are the 04s, man. I've been having this for a minute, since high school. It's really kind of beat up. You guys see I had to glue it a couple times, but these are pretty, like, you know, one of my favorite Jordans. And if you guys don't know, Jordan 13s is actually one of my favorite silhouettes, because this is what I grew up on. A little tragic story, I'll explain that later to the next shoe. Anyways, so the Bred 13s, there's a story behind this, is because Michael Jordan was my favorite basketball player. He was the icon. He was the greatest player of all time. And for him to play his last season in the Jordan 13s, and that's what I loved about it, he was playing the Utah Jazz. And this shoe here, the Bred 13s, I've always thought that this was the last shot shoe. This is what he wore to shoot the last shot, you know, the push up on Russell. And for some reason back then, you know, we didn't have the internet and all that, and I was just a little kid. I didn't know he was busting out the 14s. Like, I think that was a PE. It didn't really even come out yet. And I just thought it was this here. I was in the 6th grade, I believe. And yeah, so I just thought this was the last shot shoe for the longest time, until as an adult I learned that it was the these here. Like I said, we didn't have internet back in the day like that, or you know, didn't have social media and like, oh, what is Jordan wearing on the court? Because that's basically how they advertised the new Jordans, was what he wore on the court. So any OGs out there, you know, let me know if you guys remember that. But yeah, I didn't really pay too far attention. I just see all black and red shoe on the court. You know, the screen's this small. This, you know, I just always thought it was this one because he was wearing the 13s during the season. So I just, who knew? Now this one here, I just kind of will pull this one out. These are the OVO 12 blacks. I mean, yeah, it's a little hype beast and all that, but the thing is about these things here is that I will always remember because my wife actually won a raffle back then. You know how you're trying to get into the phones? We actually did a video. She actually won it. She told me she didn't win it. She surprised me. Super stoked, super happy. I believe I have that video somewhere. I'll see if I have something like that, but I was very, very happy. She surprised me and even tried to like trick me and prank me or whatever, because I did the same thing to her with her red bottoms. So it was kind of like a payback. So anyways, shouts to the missus for helping me get these things. Now we're gonna pull this story out real quick. I just want to show you guys, these are the He Got games back then, the black and white 13s. These were the new Jordans. I had these in the 6th grade, I believe. And when these first came out, when I was in the 6th grade, everybody had the 12s. Everybody had the 12s. When these finally dropped, I think it was like middle of the season, I was very fortunate that my parents took me to the mall and I actually was able to get a pair. Back then, a shoe was like I think it was like $120. That's a lot of money for a kid, you know, for a pair of shoes back then. So it was $120 for a pair of shoes. I wore these on the day, first day when these released, and man, I have gotten the most hate. Man, that's how I learned to get on this YouTube with all the trolls and stuff like that. I'm just used to all the hate. Like seriously, when I had these on, everybody had the 12s. I was the only one that had the 13s. Everybody came up to me and was like, oh my God, those are the ugliest Jordans I've ever seen. The hologram, the looks, these are so ugly. Like every kid in my class was saying, those are so ugly, man. Why did you get those? Those are a waste of money. So ugly. And as a little kid, man, that made me cry, dude. Like I was literally crying. I was crying on the way home, and I was really sad. And my best friend that got these Jordans with me the year before, I cried. I'm gonna kick these off, put my busted old cherry 12s back on, and go to the school with that. And then he was like, bro, like. He would just tell me, he's like, dude, they're just jealous. Like, like don't let the hate get to you. And it would just lift me up, because that's my best friend. And that's when I realized about hate. That's how I learned about hate as a little kid. Like haters. I thought everything was just genuine. But as a little kid, when a whole bunch of kids come up to you and say your shoes are ugly, it's hurtful, man. Kids, man, they mean. They are just so mean. All right, guys, if you guys didn't know the story, all right, I'm gonna bust these out right here. Gammas. The reason why these are so meaningful to me, because there's a backstory. If you guys didn't know, when I first basically started watching sneaker YouTube, or get into sneaker YouTube, I'm gonna get into that story now. These were coming out. These things were tough. The hype on these things was just crazy back. Was it like 4 years ago? Crazy. The hype on these things was insane. Like the malls was crazy. This is basically the year after the Bread 11, so every mall was doing raffles. Like it was lines to get to raffles. These things were tough, so tough to get. And I remember the years before, like the Bread 11s and so on and so forth. I was like, man, let me get these things early. I found a site, and they're saying they're selling Gamma 11s. Buy them now. This much. I think it was like to get it early and make sure, and I don't have to deal with all that. I'll do that. Hell yeah. Especially back then, people used to resell Jordans for like $300 every time for each release. Especially for a Jordan 11, this thing was hyped. Anyway, so paid my $300, got it. I was a little iffy about it, and anyways, this was early, and then of course a couple of things later, I saw on a YouTube video. I saw a YouTube video about some guy did a real versus fakes. I was like, oh, let me check this out. And I actually saw that it was the pair that I have, like the fake ones. It was, it was a bad replica. It was back then. I think it was, I don't know, man. It was kind of crazy. That's how I got into knowing about the whole replica thing, because of that. Because back then I didn't know. I didn't know there was a fake like that, or or anything. I heard, you know, this and that, but I just never thought anything of it. So yeah, I got scammed. That's how I basically got on the YouTube, because I kept watching people's videos, try to stay educated, and that's basically what started us all. And I was like, you know what? I want to make YouTube videos on shoes. I collect shoes. I buy shoes. You know, basically the Gaming Lemons got me back into collecting shoes and stuff. To be honest, like weekly. I used to just go, like, you know, back then I used to just buy like every, you know, so and so release if I like it. You know, Bray Lemons, Taxi, so on and so forth. And when these Gaming Lemons came out, and I was watching YouTube videos. It's basically what started right here, man. Gaming Lemons. Can you believe that? Gaming Lemons started this whole YouTube thing. Alright, so this one might get a little teary-eyed, man. Like, you know, I show my Jordans. I show what era I kind of grew up with, you know, with you guys. You know, the 12s, the 13s, 11s. That's what I grew up with, okay, guys? And I'm gonna pull out a shoe that means the most to me, and you guys will never believe it. And I might not even put this in the video. We'll see if I want to cut this or not. Here it is, man. KD7 Ant Pearls right here. This shoe's phenomenal. It looks a great design. Basically hit home like real hard, man. When this shoe released, you know the story of the Ant Pearl, KD's aunt. You know, she passed away of cancer. I believe it was lung cancer, and he does this little line here, the Ant Pearls, and you know, I think I'm not sure if he still does it, but you know, I thought it was always dope how he do it like this. And these are I feel like these are the best one. And the reason why this means so much to me, man, because like, you know, when these came out, before, man, my mom, she got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. You know, it kind of just broke my heart. My mom's been battling for like 4 years now, and you know, I took it pretty hard. You know, God bless my mom. She's still, you know, you guys see her in the videos. She's still, you know, she's still fighting. She's still, you know, keeping it strong. You know, my mom's a fighter. You know, she's the strongest woman I know. And when these came out here, I saw these things. These came out about the same time when my mom got diagnosed with lung cancer, you know. And when I saw this, and I was like, you know what, I gotta have this. I gotta have this shoe. Like, I mean, people thought I was kind of like, for what? It was, you know. And I made a video on it on the channel. It was one of my first videos, and I was like, man, I just gotta have it. I gotta have it. I did my hardest to get it. I got on the Foot Locker, the Foot Locker online. October, and you guys already know, breast cancer month. You know, even though it's breast cancer, still cancer, and it's just all awareness and stuff. And I mean, look at this. Everything about the shoe is crazy, guys. So yeah, I'd bring out sorry to be sappy and, you know, sad and everything, but it just you know, that's what really hits home. So, you know, these things still really clean. I only wear it every once in a while, but I'll probably wear it again sometime this month. But yeah, man. So. But that's it, guys. That's the end of the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What do you guys think about what the meaningful shoes? Like I said, every shoe has a story behind it. Every shoe could mean something different from someone else individually. Could be maybe, you know, your dad gave you these when you were little or something, or your best friend. Anything, man. Just comment down below. Share with me. What is your most meaningful shoe in your collection? That's something that could mean nothing, but it means the world to you. And I want to hear it, man. Please comment down below. I want to hear it. Just God bless everyone out there. You know, family's everything. And just remember, shoes, of course, you know, it's all materialistic, materialized stuff. But, you know, in the end of the day, you know, it could mean something to somebody. So just want to bring something a little different to you guys. All right. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if it's your first time here. Comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications for when I do drop big, guys. All right. I'm Jumperman Chris. Please follow me on my IG, sometime on Twitter at Jumpman Chris, and also on Snapchat. Anyways, I'm Jumpman Chris. Peace.